Oh boy, we've got a plumbing disaster on our hands. Check out this floor. It is saturated. We've got a leak happening and I might have to rip up the entire floor.
Oh, that does not look good.
Can I fix this myself and get back to baseline, or do I have to call a plumber? We've got quite a mess on our hands and lots of surprises and unexpected turns. This one brought me to tears almost. So stick around, hope you learned something in this plumbing disaster. Let's get started. So my family and I are out visiting some other family, and we're in their home. Their home has not been lived in for a couple of months, I would say. And we noticed a little drip leak coming from behind or underneath the kitchen sink. And I thought it was going to be a pretty simple fix, but I was definitely proven wrong. Leak was actually dripping behind the cabinet and underneath the floor, saturating underneath this luxury vinyl plank flooring. Once I found the source of the leak, which was pretty easily identifiable, you could see it just slowly dripping, I thought I had an easy fix on my hands. The plan for me was pretty simple. I was going to remove the old shutoff valve and just slide on a SharkBite fitting and install the new quarter turn. It was like a dual valve. And of course, I'm no plumber, so I had to figure this all out myself. Install this new quarter turn valve and call it a day. So I went to the local hardware store with my plan and I talked to a couple of ding-dongs, and then one actually really competent person. He told me what I needed and I was happy with that, but there was this nagging feeling, a little voice that said, Ryan, you need to go talk to the local plumbing supplier, not just take the local hardware store or the high school student giving you advice. And I'm so glad I did that, because I went in there and I talked to a very knowledgeable person, and shout out to this person. Becky was her name. She was wonderful. And she said, look, you've got a problem. You have galvanized pipe coming out of your wall. It's not copper, so your plan will not work. She said that's a threaded end. You should not have cut that off. You can't rethread that end, so you have to remove the galvanized pipe sticking out of the wall. And the SharkBite piece won't fit over galvanized pipe, only over copper. And my heart, I swear, just like sunk. Like, I was so distraught and upset. Normally I would jump at, an opportunity to fix something myself, but the timeline and also the severity, for example, when I cut off that pipe, that shouldn't have been cut off. It should have twisted off, which I tried to do. That was the first thing I did, and I just couldn't get it to budge. It was not moving at all. And so I cut it off. Because I cut it off, it meant that you had to, because it was galvanized steel, you had to remove that pipe from inside the wall, and it could disappear in the wall. And so I'm listening to Becky tell me about how I need to get into the wall so that I can remove this galvanized pipe. And so obviously that's like a huge thing. What am I gonna do? Like, take out the cabinet and then to access behind the wall? Panic, tears, like, oh my gosh, the water to our house, the main line is off, and it's like 1 o'clock or whatever time it was, and I don't have a clear plan on how to fix this. And what are we gonna do, get a hotel room if I can't get this fixed? So obviously, plumber immediately into my mind. Of course, my wife and kids were with me waiting in the car, right? So we drive back to the house and we're on the phone with a couple of plumbers, because the lady, Becky, said, you might wanna give them a call. They tend to fill up fast or may not be available. So we're on the phone. The first two calls are, I'm not joking. The first two calls, the plumbers are not available until next week. Even their emergency number. And you're like, what? That's a huge problem. That's not going to work. Our third call, we called a plumber that was outside of town by about 30 miles who would charge like, a travel fee, and you would just pay through the nose. Their urgent emergency plumbing after hours is going to be $290 per hour, with a minimum of 1 hour plus supplies plus transportation fees. So we're looking at probably a $500 fix. We got on his list. We did ask, when's the last time, if we want to cancel, what time do we need to cancel by? And we had basically about an hour when it was all said and done before the plumber's deadline for cancellation would come. And so we got back to the home. I looked underneath there and I could see that little like escutcheon plate, that covers where the pipe goes into the wall. And I was able to take that off. And I said, you know what? I can see that elbow right there. That pipe does not disappear into the wall. It was on this side of the cabinet. So if I can see it, I can control it. That was my idea. I was confident if I could get the old one off at least, then the rest would be downhill, that I could get a new pipe on and the water turned back onto the house before dinner. I am feeling a little panicked and frustrated, to be honest. I thought this was something that I could do myself, and I was at the store looking at the different parts and fittings I thought it would be kind of a relatively easy thing, but the surprise factor that I didn't see coming was that it was galvanized pipe, and so there's not a compression or a fitting that can slip on without threads onto galvanized pipe. And so I did this after I cut off the threads on the galvanized pipe, not knowing that that's what I needed to maintain. So a little more torque would have maybe taken that that fitting off, unscrewed it to maintain those threads. So but the whole pipe needed to be replaced anyway because it's in pretty bad condition according to the people that I spoke with, and you can see for yourself that the pipe is pretty rusted and corroded and is leaving deposits affecting negatively the water pressure in the kitchen faucet. So this needed to be done, I think. Just feeling a little panicked. Could I get this pipe off before the plumber's deadline? That was the situation I was faced with. So I drove back to the plumbing supply store, and Becky had told me everything that I needed if I wanted to do it myself, which involved buying some new supplies. So a threaded copper pipe and a massive pipe wrench, a 14-inch pipe wrench. I'm like, can't the 8-inch do it? And she's like, I'd be happy to sell you the 8 right now, but you're going to be back here in about 10 minutes saying I can't get that pipe off. So I had my supplies and I went back to the house, and could I get this thing off in time before the plumber's deadline hit? What started as a small leak now had a damaged cutoff valve and a galvanized pipe sticking out of the wall that I still had to remove, and a plumber deadline closing in. We're going to find out the answer if I can remove this on my own in the next video, so make sure you subscribe and turn on notifications. And don't forget to check DIYBandit.com for the guide and other helpful sources for you.
Are you okay? Here. Help me out.
All right, do it again.
You ready?
No, not so hard.
Okay, not so hard. Ready? Come and get me. Come and get me. Look, come over here.